Hi, Jenny Jane. Yep, on the road again. I'm in Arkansas. You might be, hi, Paula. We won't be on completely straight roads today. There's some hills and curves. Yeah, it's a quick trip. I wasn't going to do a live today. I woke up 6 o'clock this morning and had a sore throat, all slopped up. I drove over here to Little Rock from Memphis and feeling better today. Now, I slept with it wasn't warm or hot, but I had the air conditioner on a little bit last night and it's blowing right on me. I think that's what did it. But I drank my energy drink and some Mountain Dew and bro, feels good now. I just ate a burrito. Yep, we got goats. If you go to that White Shoulders farmstead, I show a little bit on my channel, not very much. But if you go to my wife's channel, she does all the videos with the animals. She's actually, I think, out feeding right now and getting ready to go haul hay. No, I don't. I don't. That name don't ring a bell to me. Hi, Beverly. Yeah, I'll have to look it up tonight. Hanging with Paw Paw. All right. I'm a veteran also, Air Force veteran. The guy you talking to yesterday, Piggy, he's a Marine veteran. I'm going to stop and wash my truck this morning here, but looks like it could rain, so I'm holding off. But hey, Scott, nothing. Just the same old SHT, just a different day. And people don't want to get out of the center lane. So what's new? Speeding of 65 and doing 58, 7. Yep. I'd get in the third lane, but there's way too many trucks. I can't handle it though. Let's get in the high dollar lane. We got the high dollar truck. Yep. Just hammer down. Yeah, there's no reason for these guys just holding the traffic up. One thing about this truck, it will run. Hi, Glenda. Well, Glenda, if you pay attention, I've been live almost all week. I went live yesterday because Scott did. I went on the same time. I don't think he ever noticed it. Lisa was here. and I titled it "Because Scott is Live, I'm Live." When Scott was going to the mailbox, I ended up being on over 4 hours. I know you was telling me the other day that you got doctor's deals going on. Last night, I think, now don't take this wrong, people. It's a joke. This is a disclaimer. When you were on Scott's last night, I know they got the syrup up there, but I think he was representing the maple syrup. Looked like the Aunt Jemima woman with your bandana on. I think he was trying to camouflage your big head, but I'm not going to say nothing about that. Mhm. Maybe your big brother would send you another hat, so when you're on his show, and you're having a bad hair day, you can just put the hat on. I know you got one already, but you don't want to wear it out, so you ought to have another one. The next few miles is a real mess. It's under construction, has been for like 3 years. I've been going to have some made where Scott had his made. I think that's down there by Johnny. And but I'm not using my logo no more. It's on stuff here, but I'm trying to think of a different one because I'm not using Missouri Outlaw one. And then Jesse renamed my show, so if you see the name up there, that's thanks to Uncle Jesse. And I'm trying to think of a different logo on one. I don't know yet. Have even had any ideas what to make a logo out like. The link's at the top, guys, if anybody wants to come up. I didn't turn my other phone on, so I didn't pin it. Whoa. Draw me something up, Linda. I thought about having like a picture of this truck, but I might be switching trucks, so I don't know. Maybe a roadkill, picture of a roadkill. I got a raccoon that's been smashed. Or something like the Hammer Lane because I'm always in it. But there's a lot of people got hammer laying on their trucks and everything else. So I want something different. I'm in Little Rock right now. We're headed down towards Texarkana and then go south down towards Jesse and Lisa's. Little Rock, Arkansas. No, I didn't. Nats is coming up there in Louisville next month. I don't know if you guys at Cert Race likes trucks, but it's a great big truck show. It's one of the largest truck shows. It's coming up next month. There are going to be some fancy rigs there. All right, Scott. We're almost out of it. Hi, Lisa. Guys, if I miss chat, you can see I'm in construction barrier, so I can't read this really good right now, so I'm sorry. This road ain't very smooth. It bounces you around, and I'm driving too fast. If I wreck, I want it to be a big one. We're about out of it. Are you leaving this, Janie Jane? Don't forget to give Hank his breakfast, Scott. Oh, yeah, it's what 4:30 or 5 o'clock? Or yeah, probably about 4:30 over there. You guys don't know Janie Jane is over there by the really fancy college, Cambridge, in the UK. She likes coming in here stirring up things. I was close. Hey Ginger. Hey Ginger, we're gonna we're not doing a giveaway. I know we was gonna do it way back in December. So we're gonna mail them seeds back to you unless you want us to mail them to somebody else. Oh, don't put me on the big screen. They'll fall off the wall. All right. Uh, I know Jesse's doing that deal with the grind. Don't want to talk about collabs and ship rides and all that. I mean, we can just aggravate each other and talk, but I know Jesse and the Vineyard Chicks are doing all that stuff with the seeds. I'll just mail them down to Jesse and Lisa. Oh, okay. As well reinforced then, Glenda. Well, if it falls, it gives Sir Grace something to do. Hang us back up. I might be able to. I know Lisa and Jesse are busy on Sunday mornings, and then they're going on. Lisa's going on the Vineyard Chicks at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. So, all right, Janie. But I drop at Conroe tomorrow, and then I got a deadhead all the way to Eagle Pass. So maybe I can meet them somewhere and take them out to lunch. Car getting one lane or the other, or I'm gonna bump you off the road. Yeah, I was going to wash the truck back there, but it looked like it was clouding up, so I figured I'd be wasting my $50. And I was going to wash it in Memphis last night. It did rain over there a little bit. It wasn't me that called. Yeah, I think it's $57 now, Scott, if I don't get any extras. Now, where I go to Wilson, North Carolina, drop the Wilson trailer, grain trailer off, that guy give me a account card. Oh, Shannon's calling. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, Piggy. And Shannon, she just hooked her trailer up. She's getting ready to go get her hay. Ridiculous. I think it's $8 a bale for grass hay right now. She's buying 100 bales of hay because we got some big round bales, but our horses, well, the stud horse can't eat it. He got like asthma, and so she's got to get different hay that ain't moldy or dusty. And we did give the mare away if the girl ever comes and gets her. So we'll only have one horse. So that won't be too bad. He's about a half a bale a day, I think. I might be wrong. Probably him. Uh, we had in the first session 23, I believe, Linda. One died. And we had one born Monday, I think it was. A little boy. It was Joker's first baby, and the mama was her first baby. So it was the first and first. It weighed 11 pounds. And we got one more that's due any time right now. She's bagging up. So anytime, and then we're done until we rebreed for the December. But I think there's 22 or 23 total. We sold two of them already. Yeah, it was a big baby. It's a good thing she only had one because it was so big. But she did good for a first time mama. It's out of there. Our buck that we just got this last year, he's not very old himself, but huge. Our goats aren't milk goats. Our goats are meat goats. We had a dairy goat for a while that Shannon milked it so we'd have extra milk for our babies if we needed it, but it died 2 years ago, and when it was giving birth. So, but we got friends that have milk goats, but ours are meat goats. We mainly sell our goats to like the 4-H and stuff like that. The babies. Part of them will go to the sale barn, but if they're if they're not very good, we don't sell them to the public. They just go to for meat. Yeah, it is. A lot of people sell their goats for like the boy goats for like 500. We sell ours for 350 for the kids. We don't make a lot off of them, but it pays for their hay and their feed. We do have some big goats for sale this year. We're replacing with some younger ones. We don't have them for sale very often, but we do have 3 or 4 big goats, mamas for sale. As a little boy, his grandpa was actually the president or something of 4-H over. They're about 2 hours away from us. We might, Scott, but in our area, there's not that much of a demand for it. We have had a couple guys come up and want to buy one and process it right there on the way their religion is. They process the goat right there on the farm. It's something to do with their religion that, you know, when they eat it, they can't, it's better. They can't just buy it from the store. Yeah, when I was in school, I did hogs. Janet's got some really nice goats. She gets praised all the time about her goats. I have ate goat. I live on the summertime with my grandfather, putting up hay over in Kansas. But we would mix goat with hamburger and make like a goulash, and I didn't mind that too much. Now Shannon likes goat meat. She's been wanting to process one, just put in the freezer for her. I'm picky. I mainly eat beef. I eat a little bit of chicken, a little bit of pork, but I'd rather have my beef. Shannon's, she has had some of her chickens go to the state fairs and stuff, but she doesn't do much with her chickens anymore except get eggs. We got, I don't know the names of them. I know she got chickens. I know she got silkies. And we got some that lay green eggs. We got some that lay blue eggs and some that lay brown eggs. She used to have them tested every year, and we'd sell eggs or chickens all over the country. And she's kind of cut back on her chicken herd. She'd have them tested by the state of Missouri. That was it, NPI or some test. Make sure they ain't got no diseases. Then you can sell them all over. But they'd come every May and test them for free. You have to catch every one of them, and they pull blood out of them. Now we take, she buys. later on in the year, she buys meat chickens. That's it. NPI. Yeah, yeah. Her birds are all certified. Well, they didn't get certified this year, but last year. But yeah, she was doing that every year. We get the meat chickens, and we get 25 to 50 of them. And then her friend has got the dairy goats. She gets a bunch, and we process anywhere from on one Saturday. They pick a date, and we get together, all of us, and process anywhere to 200 to 300 chickens in one day, and sometimes turkeys. They got two pluckers, and they got where their dairy goats are. They actually have a kitchen in their barn, and we have like assembly line. Got your own job to do. That's usually our chicken for all year long. We usually buy two pigs, raise them up, but last year it was cheaper. The Mennonites, we got a new butcher place. They're Mennonites, and they got top rating area, really clean. And they had a deal on hog. You could just buy it directly from them, already raised on grain like we like and everything. And it was cheaper and less work. So we just bought one from them processed. They cut it however you want to cut it. Yeah, you get them chickens on yourself. You feed them what you want to feed them. No steroids, and you know what you're getting in them. Some of the stuff they put in them at some of these places anymore, you don't want to really eat it. We don't free range ours. They're just on full feed, but they're not on a medicated feed or nothing like that. Yep. And they're not hard to raise. You know, we got I don't know what that big box is with a light in it called. You probably know, Linda. Can't think of it now. It's a brooder house. We get them when we get babies. There's Mr. Scott.
What's going on?
You're not feeling so good today?
Oh, I just stayed up late last night.
Oh,
So,
hey, you look tired.
yeah, it was a different kind of night. A lot of tossing and turning, but it is what it is. Hey, Glenda. What whereabouts are you?
Uh, let me. Arpadelia, is that how you say it? I cut off to go to Hot Springs, Arkansas, but I think it's
Oh,
Arpadelia.
yeah.
About halfway between Little Rock and Texarkana on 30.
Okay.
Somebody else in the basement. Or maybe not. Might be you. Yeah, it's you.
No, it's just me.
The light lit up. I didn't notice it.
Just me. It had you already gone to bed by the time um Jonesy came on last night?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so cool. He started taking us around Tasmania. It
Yeah, I
was
got up real early yesterday morning at 4, took off because I
mm,
wanted to go through Chicago in the dark.
yes, the
And
best time to go through Chicago.
you and Glenda, and there was another lady on panel, and I just
Oh,
couldn't
that's
keep my
Jackie
eyes open.
Sailor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jackie. Yeah, and I couldn't keep my eyes open.
Yes, Glenda, it's been a long time since I've seen you. Less than 12 hours ago.
I didn't see you yesterday, Scott. We was talking about you
Where? When? How?
when you went live yesterday morning, going to the States.
Oh,
I seen you went live, and I was aggravated. Thought maybe you'd get notification. So I think I put Scott is alive, so I'm going live. And then Lisa come over, and we was aggravating, and kept waiting for you to show up. Never did see you.
well, I was live until it was just about noon my time, and then I
I
came
was on
home.
like 4.5 hours. I wasn't going to be on very long. I did it just to aggravate you, and then everybody started coming in and talking, and Shannon came up on panel, and I was on like 4.5 hours then.
Cool. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
Scott went
didn't.
live driving the state yesterday, Glenda.
Yeah, and I got my package from Ginger. I got her bag lady bag, and I was gonna show it off, but
Hey, Shep.
she she didn't come in and visit last night, so I didn't show it off. I'm thinking Maggie Moo's taking up a lot of time.
Who's on tonight, Jesse or Gillen
Nope,
Farms?
Gillum.
Okay.
But yet at 8 o'clock Central, that's 9 o'clock Eastern. I'm starting to wind down, and a lot of times I make it, but the last little bit, um, I haven't been, and since Nimrod pulled me down there on the icy driveway this like last week, I threw my back out, so I haven't been doing a whole lot of anything.
Well, Glenda, you shouldn't have run that truck off the road.
Yeah,
Or was Sir Grace driving?
actually, they were. She sent it to me. I'll send you the. I'll send you the link once I get off.
All
Um,
right.
she's one lucky lady. The only thing that saved her is she had a newer trailer and it got hooked into the garters above her. That's the
Oh,
only
it was
thing
a
that
woman?
saved her life. And so, yeah, but I guess Glenda was saying last night, um, Backtrack hooligans, howdy howdy.
Hey, backtrack.
Um, yeah, Glenda was saying last night that that bridge is it's not the toll bridge, it's the other free bridge, and yeah, she said
Uh-huh.
there's issues with it to start with. So
Yeah, they made the new one going across the river, a toll bridge, but there's no
yeah,
deal out there. It says it's toll, but I never see any deal out there. Oh, it's a
hmm,
Cisco truck. Okay.
yeah, it was a Cisco, it was a day cab. It might have been different if it was like say your truck because the cab's so much heavier than. Well, I shouldn't say that. She lost a lot of her cab into the water. So I don't know what she did if she was because she's across the road and over the guardrails. So number one, she had to have been doing a heck of a speed to break through the guardrails because they're no more where she went through. She's no more than 20 to 25 feet from the main structure that holds it
Huh.
together. So you know as well as I do, those guardrails, it's meant to get underneath into your suspension to stop you. And she just went right over. And then whenever the trailer came up, the two top points of the trailer, that's why I said she had to have a good trailer because the two top points got hooked into the cross member of the
Oh, she
bridge.
had set of pups.
No, no, no. She just had a 48 footer.
Oh, just
Or
48. Oh, okay.
no, yeah, it might have even been a 53.
Oh, okay.
But it was a reefer. So
Linda said there was 3 cars involved. Maybe the cars cut her off or something. She overcorrected.
that's it. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, before you get to the bridge, they're coming north through them like S curve deals. There are always cars trying to figure out what lane to be in.
Mm,
That's kind
yeah.
of a messed up intersection down there.
Yeah, I'd say what, Glenda? It's pretty much halfway across the bridge, eh? I think. Like you say, I didn't even see it come in. Um, but after I got off last night, Glenda said to go look at my Instagram, and I'll uh, I'll send you the article that she sent me, and it's pretty neat how the fire department were able to get down and pick her out of the truck, and because
Hey,
I had
Madwood.
I had said to Glenda, she did you know what in her pants. Actually, I said he. She's like, no, no, it was a she. I'm like, oh no. So, hey, Mad Bud. Yeah, halfway across on the Louisville side. So yeah, her and Sir Grace, they were watching the rescue, so they weren't worried about you and I going live. Mm-mm.
I guess we got to run off a bridge for her to worry about us, huh?
Either that or haul that trailer beside you. All the Amazon.
Yeah.
That could be going to Lisa's house.
Probably the whole trailer.
Yeah, well, exactly.
They ought
Yeah.
to put in a dock. Lisa was
Well,
on here yesterday. She was processing all the stuff they give away while they was on their trip,
oh, I
filling
know.
out cards and stuff. Hey, John.
Yeah. Hey, John. Oh yeah, no, she you know, it's man. And not only that, but they had they had a load of stuff sitting at the PO box whenever they got back because they were gone for, I think Jesse said 7 weeks total.
Yeah, almost 5,000 miles.
Mhm. That doesn't take too long to wear out a vehicle driving that.
Yeah, and they got every weather on their trip.
Hmm. Well, the reason they came the interior way is it was supposed to snow on the coast going through
Yeah, there's a
Cali.
bad storm hitting California right now. Donner,
Oh,
there's
okay.
if you watch on there's a live stream. The Alvin comes in here once in a while. He lives right there by Reno. But
Okay.
last night I was watching. There's a live storm chasers. They're looking for 12 foot of snow in Donner this weekend. This week, and in
Wow.
Reno, 4 to 5 inches in Reno in the low lying areas.
I remember coming up and over. Oh, where was I going? I picked up in Louisville. It was styrofoam containers, and I took it to I took it up to Vancouver. And whenever I was going up and over the Rockies, um, the snowbanks were higher than my truck.
Yep.
It was like I was driving through a tunnel of snow on either side.
You know, they got them big snow blowers up there, just eat right
Oh,
through it.
oh yeah, but it's crazy. Like they said, we don't have little snowfalls. If we have a snowfall, it's minimum 2 feet. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
So
Alvin was saying they're expecting 12 to 14 feet yesterday or today.
that's crazy. All right, Glenda. And if Sir Grace is there, good day, Sir Grace. Oh, I know what I forgot to ask you, Glenda. Is the workbench finished? Because I know Sir Grace has been working hard on his workbench out in the garage. So, no, she be gone. She's probably going to play with the chickens. I'm surprised that it's not starting to green up more there.
Yeah, it's not that much, even the grass. Hey, guy, I guess you don't know what a turn signal is.
Yeah, it's an option now, eh?
Yeah,
It's not mandatory. It's simply an option. But anyway, so where are they bouncing you out of Texas?
I
Where are
got
you
to go to
going back?
Eagle Pass and go back up to St. Louis. Oh, Glenda's still here. Almost done.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Right on. Hey, Paula.
Oh, yeah. You probably run out of blinker fluid.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, I hit my squirter. I think I'm about out of washer fluid. I got to get a bottle today. Believe it or
Yep.
not, people, if I don't have windshield washer fluid in my truck, that is a write up on my truck if I get DOT.
I I just buy it by the case and I put it at the front door. And I normally have a case sitting there. And if the kids take it, I go get some more. It's just been instilled in me that I always keep my truck full and I always have an extra bottle, well, especially up here with slush and whatever else on the roads.
I do something the same. Shannon buys it, puts it on the back porch, and if I think about it, I grab hers.
Cheaper. That's funny.
She's usually got it on the shelf there, and if I walk out and I think about it, I'll grab it.
Yeah. Did you get much snow this winter at the house?
No, not really.
No.
We got. I did. Well, I seen a little bit. My truck. There's pictures of the KW, and it drifted around it. We got. I think one snowstorm 5 or 6 inches, another one 4 or 5, and we got the cold spell that everybody got for a couple of weeks. But yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of been a mild winter.
Oh, it's crazy. I cannot remember. I can't remember in whatever 50 whatever years of it being this warm and mild this time of year. Like
Yeah.
to have no snow the 1st of March, it's unheard of. And there's no frost. It's going to
Yeah, the
kill our
ground's really
safest.
not frozen.
No,
There's going to be a lot
it's
of
going to
bugs this
kill.
year.
It's going to be a whack of bugs, and we're not going to be able to be doing. We'll be lucky to get 50 gallons of syrup this year.
Because you didn't get
It's
the moisture.
there's no frost, so on the warm days, the sap's just going to go right up the tree, and there's no frost down below to keep the roots frozen, so that the sap comes back down. It's just, I bet you the trees are going to bud within the next 3 weeks. And once they
Oh,
bud,
speaking of trees, what are the white trees that bud first every year? They're budding out right now down through here. I ain't seen here right lately, but there was one when I pulled out where I was just at. There's an old lady and a lady in the field desk there. They was trying to. I know it. I've heard of it. Shannon likes them, but they bud out first before everything else does. But they're a white flower.
I don't know.
We couldn't think of it. Everybody was in the gas station there was trying to think of what that tree was, and none of us could come up with it. They're not a
A
big
white.
tree.
Hmm. All you got to do is with your iPhone is go to Google, point your iPhone at it, and it'll tell you exactly what it is.
Dogwood. There it
Dogwood.
is.
There you
Yep.
go. See,
I knew somebody know. Yeah,
she's
we was trying
all.
to figure it out in there.
Yeah, or there's lilac
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah, the
There's
lilacs are the purple ones though.
yeah,
We
I
got a
think so.
lilac bush. They smell good.
Yes. And somebody was actually telling me that this is going to be a detriment for the bees, especially the honeybees, because they're going to come out and they're going to actually get frozen because the sun is very, very warm. But if they get even a little bit away from the hive, you know, with the warm, cold spells that we've been having up here, um, they were saying that it's going to be Chinese cherry blossom is a pink flower. The bloom is close to a dogwood.
Oh, okay.
Leave it to Glenda. She will know her flowers, her trees. I'm I'm hoping to get Sir Grace some maple trees. We had to cut down some maple trees, so I'm gonna cut them up and so that he can
Oh,
make
the wood.
his pens out of it. So
That
I
probably has to dry quite a while before you can make the pins, though.
oh it's they've been down for 2 or 3 years, the pile that I'm
Oh,
thinking
okay.
about. So yeah, no, they're I'll cut a foot off and then you know I'll do them in 12-inch blocks. Yeah. Well, that's what I'll do, Glenda, is we should be over at the Sugar Shack next weekend, and I'll get that done, and then I'll ship everything down to you at once.
Back when I was younger, like teenager, we burnt wood at home, but
Hmm.
there's a place right there by us. It's called a Walnut Log, where they make gun stocks and stuff too. But they always made a they had a yard. I mean, it was probably, I don't know, about the size of a Walmart parking lot, full of little blocks of walnut they had for gun stocks they was going to do, and they ended up selling the place, and they were giving it away. So we'd go down and load that and burn that walnut. But if that was still around, that would make good pins too.
It would.
But there's already, there it was about a foot long, about 8 inches long or so, and about 2 to 3 inches, diameter. But it's
Hmm.
all, stocks of wood, and but it's
Yeah.
all walnut.
Yeah. See, my thing is going to be getting them onto the bandsaw to cut them down to size. And I may have to ship them in a few different boxes because I don't know what customs is going to say about it.
Yeah. Linda,
You
you
know,
need to turn your volume down. You're not getting nothing done.
what's that?
I told Linda she needs to turn her volume down because she's not getting anything done listening.
I know. I know. Well, that's okay though.
Sir
She's
Gracie's going to
running.
have to make him a paddle to get her to work.
Well, either that or, a 2x4. That works too.
Yeah.
But he's a he's a smart man because she knows how to use a 2x4 also. So that would just backfire on him. He'd end up getting beat and put to work. But so roughly how many you have what about 200 miles left today?
300,
250?
300.
Oh yeah. Whatever you do, don't. Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Hey, backtrack. Did you get a kitchen pass from Jessica? Let you come back and play today? And did you rub her feet last night?
Who's that?
Backtrack. His wife's birthday was yesterday.
Oh,
She locked him in the garage so she didn't put up with him. Oh,
I'm in
you're
the
in the
kitchen.
kitchen.
Good, good man. I may. I'm thinking I may try to. I haven't made it in years, but what I might do is do a video and make maple butter, and it's really good. They call it
Sounds like
maple
it.
butter, but it's actually like a spread.
I like that. There was a restaurant we used to go to. They had a butter that had a flavor into it, and
Yeah.
they had a big hot rolls. I'd
Yep.
fill up on the bread before I eat.
Well, and that's me too. And especially like if, whenever you go out to dinner, that's the thing is they give you bread or rolls or, and yeah, I end up eating most of that and then I'm full before my meal even gets there.
Yep.
Me do them all.
Well, we're almost to the town where the dope from Hope is from,
Okay.
Mr. Clinton.
Cool. Oh, gracious. So I heard you say that you don't know what truck. You contemplating getting rid of that one?
Yep, it's for sale.
Really?
Yeah. I'm trying to get a load to Arizona. I want to get it polished. The weather's getting nice. I'm gonna paint the frame up, and it's for sale. I think I can get about 20 to 25,000 more from what I paid for it, and then sell the other one and hope I can get it sold and buy a little bit newer one and probably go back having depth and everything. But I want to get a one that's got a 2 year warranty. I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about anything. I want to get a bumper to bumper warranty on one.
Uh-huh. Well, and like I said to you there before, the interest rates are so low right now.
Ours are
And
high right now.
really, on big
Ours
trucks.
are on 10% right now.
Good Lord. For how long? 10
Yeah,
years?
5. But my
5?
banker, he said after the election, he looks for it to go back down. He's going to refinance it and probably go back down to about 6. But this year
Okay.
here, I got to pay the 10%.
Wow. That's
Yep.
crazy. And you
Yeah, it
haven't had
was
any biters yet on
KW.
the
Nope, ain't had nobody even. I've had 2 people call, and they wanted a Cummins motor and it's got a pack car. So I might end
Okay.
up trading it in on a new one. I won't get a whole lot for it, but I might end up just trading it in.
Well, as long as you get within 5 grand of what you want, there, because before they weren't budging on the price, just like
No,
cars. But now that the car dealerships are starting to build up their inventory again, they got to start negotiating because they can't use I know whenever both Debbie and my daughter bought their car, it was like there's no negotiation. If you don't take it, somebody else is going to come buy it. So, but now the interest rates are starting to come back down. Um, they, well, the guy in town here had 2 different trucks for me to look at, and he came to me. I didn't go to him, but I since found out why he came to me. It's somebody's looking for the year, and he knows my truck's been looked after, and they want a gently used older truck.
yeah,
Well, you know, I guess you call mine older now, but I just, yeah, he wanted my truck, so he didn't want to negotiate.
yeah. The car dealer Shan went in and had her pickup service here a few
Yeah.
weeks ago, and the dealer actually was looking at it and asking her if she's ready to trade yet. But the interest rates are so high right now. We're
Yeah.
holding off on hers.
Yeah.
And keep it another year, and hopefully interest will go back down. I mean, our banker switched the loans around. That's a pain,
Okay.
but
Now, do you guys go to the polls this year or next year?
this year.
Oh, okay. All right. For some reason, I thought it was 2025, but
No, it's on the even years.
mm, so it's on the offset of ours because I got reelected last year. Yeah, 2022, and I don't run again until 2026.
Now we have. I don't know exactly how we got some like local
Yep.
deals, but the president deals every 4 years on an even year. But they do have every 2 years they do something. I don't follow the politics that much
Yeah, yeah.
because most of them are crooks and they're going to do what they want to do anyway. As I've always felt, I'm going to be 64 this year, and I've only voted one time in my life. They used to have a deal in Missouri. If you're not a registered voter, you didn't have to do jury duty. So that's one reason I didn't do it, because I didn't want to do jury duty. But now
Okay.
they changed it because they run out of people. It doesn't matter if you're a voter or not; they'll call you. I actually had to fill out a paper because I'm disabled for the federal. I was actually called up to go to a federal one, and I had to fill out a paper and get my doctor to sign it. There was no way I could sit in one of them chairs that long.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. If I was to sit there, for 12 hours, I wouldn't be able to move.
No, my legs. That's why I stop so early anymore. My legs get hurting so bad and swell up. I got to lay down. I lay
Mm-hmm.
down and watch YouTube. Like, yeah, I don't sleep, but my
Yeah.
legs swell up so bad and get to throbbing and hurting.
Yeah.
I've been
No.
trying to stop every 3 hours or so, at least get up, get out of the truck for a minute. I don't walk very far, but move a little bit.
Absolutely. No, that's the one thing that people don't understand is, truck drivers, they also sacrifice their bodies and whatever else. Yes, I played competitive contact sport as a kid, but I still say a lot of my issues were from banging around in the trucks and the heavy equipment, and
It takes a toll on your body bouncing around.
you darn
Yeah,
tootin' it
the
does.
trucks have come a long way for the ride.
Yeah, oh,
I mean,
sure.
when I first started, we had spring ride seats. We didn't have air ride seats or and spring
Yeah.
suspension. Now we got some air ride. It's a little better, but it still bounces you.
Oh, yeah, especially the way the roads are. The roads are garbage.
They got really bad this year
Yeah,
down
well,
here in the states. I mean, they
we're just
really.
starting to break up our roads here right now because the frost next week will start, you know, breaking up the roads a little bit with the frost coming out of the ground because we're supposed to be mid to high 60s next week. And again, that's unheard of.
Hey, look now, we're starting to see some green.
Yeah, 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 it is. There you go.
Yeah, the
Even the trees,
slits.
you can see the
Yep,
buds and
yep. The buds on the trees are finally greening up here.
yeah, wow.
We're 38 miles from Texas, though.
Well, that. That's it. And that's about when Lisa and Jesse coming in the other way. That's about when they started to see green was right, just about the Texas line.
Yeah, I was trying to tell them when they was going through Austin to get over on the tow road. They wouldn't be going through all them traffic lights, and Lisa's trying to read it. I was trying to tell them to get over on that tow road. It's a whole lot faster going around. Hey, Paul.
Yeah. Hey, Paul. When he started driving, I-10 was a dirt road from Phoenix to LA. Oh, wow.
It ain't much difference now.
Now it's just a little bit of
But
asphalt, but just as rough.
that was that back in the horse and buggy days, wasn't it, Paul?
Yeah, I was gonna
You know,
say,
we drive, Paul, me and you, and stuff. Have you ever imagined the way we went, how people did do it back in the horse and buggy days?
nope.
That would take forever.
But
I
again,
get tired in traffic a little bit.
yeah, you think about it. Back in the olden days, they didn't leave town. Everything that you needed was either manufactured in town.
Yep.
You know,
Or you did without.
yeah, exactly. It's not like they had the resources of, a fellow like you taking their trailers all over the US. They don't have to send down a truck anymore. You do it for them, and you know at at a cheaper price than paying a man with a truck fuel, WSIB, like workman's comp, and taxes and all that. It's cheaper for the company, plus they can write it off. It's cheaper to have a fellow like you go pick up their trailer, and they don't care. It
Yep.
you move it from one place to the other for them. Yeah, no, it's
Hi, Retro.
hey, retro. But yeah, no, it's I just, there's I've seen some dirt roads that are in better condition than some of the streets here in the spring.
Well,
It
actually,
gets
Iowa has some of the better gravel roads than some of the highway systems. Every once in a while in Iowa, they'll
Mhm.
cut the highways down and they'll route you on their gravel road, and you can pass two trucks on a gravel road.
Yeah,
You know, there
wow.
is some small ones, but they got some big gravel roads and they're actually pretty smooth usually.
Hmm.
That state is one of the best states for road, gravel road wise. Like our gravel road is really narrow. It's hard to pass anybody on. The road grader keeps moving the ditch closer and closer to the road.
Yeah.
Backtrack, they are working from Ohio up almost to the truck stop. When I went up the other day, I noticed it's pretty nice. Ain't all the way done all the way up to Detroit yet, but they are working on it
What's that?
at the state line
76 or
up
90
75.
or 75? Sorry.
Yeah, when I come up 75 the other day, they actually are working on it. It was actually pretty smooth. I don't know
Hmm.
if it's going to last, but it was pretty nice.
Well, and that's what these young punk engineers that live and work in an ivory tower, don't own a car, and take city transit, um, and then dictate to the construction companies building the roads how they're going to build the roads. Well, just like the Trans Canada Highway behind my house, whenever we built that, they said some young buck down in Toronto that hasn't even been up here told us how we were going to build a road. Well, I tell you what, you come across there and you feel it, and that's in my half ton. And it's like, well, you can't build a road out of Lita clay. You can't build a road out of clay. Period. Clay moves, shifts, you know. But this young feller in Toronto, he knew best. Well, you know, now there's probably about 10,000 or $10 million worth of fixing to do into the major highway.
I like how they did out in El Paso. There's a few other places doing it, but that job out there they did on the west side of El Paso coming out, they
Hmm.
because it's sandy ground out there, so you don't have really a good base. But they went in, packed it down. They put in like I don't know, maybe a foot of asphalt, and then they put rebar down and put cement over top of it, so it won't move as fast. I don't think it seems to be lasting longer that way. I know
Yeah,
it costs a lot of money because they put a lot of rebarb in it.
yeah. See, our issue up here is we can't put cement on our roadways. It'll
Oh,
just
you can't?
snap it. It'll snap and break. We get too cold. And
Oh,
whenever the frost comes out, it pops the concrete. So, yeah, no. And yes, Paul, my first truck was an electric over hydraulic auto car, day cab, and that's it. I had the little fan on the front dash and both windows open, and away you go. That was the AC. The faster you went, the cooler you got.
two windows open at 60 mile an hour.
10-4.
If you can do 60.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it. And if you were down in the quarry, it was as much dust as you could choke down to try to get out. But you weren't going to dare put your windows up. But yeah, no, I remember that AC trick with putting a little dish of ice in front of it, turning it on high. Too bad we didn't have water bottles back then.
Yeah. Yeah, you
That's
can make
air.
it like a swamp cooler.
Exactly. Exactly. Did you see what Retro said?
Not today, Retro.
But yeah, no, it's funny, eh? The farther, just even since I got up on panel, the farther you're getting, the greener the grass is, the more the vegetation on the trees.
Yeah, they've had a lot of rain down this way this year.
Man, they could send some rain up here because it's going to be a nasty, nasty year. It's going to be a major drought if if we don't get a lot of rain this spring because the aquifers are empty from last summer. So to turn around and go into summer with an empty aquifer, you're going to have people's wells going dry. Oh, I just there's going to be fires everywhere.
You're still a pup, Paul.
Oh. I know I used to go with Dad whenever he was in, he had an old Mack concrete truck that he used to drive. And it was one of those ones where you had the driver's seat and then there was a milk crate beside him. And that's where I used to sit.
Yeah, my dad was a truck driver also, and I remember some of the old trucks. We had an OKW cab over. You had to
Oh,
get
wow.
out of the truck to climb up into the sleeper.
Oh, wow. Now
Then he
that's
had,
an oldie.
yeah, then we drove one. It was a GMC as a cab over, and that thing was run good, but man, it was ugly. We hauled turkeys with it.
Okay.
Yeah, the first time I went over Donner, we was talking about Donner earlier, was in an old cab over, and I was scared. Dad, I'd never been over. I was a little kid, and Dad was telling me what the runaway truck ramps are, and he's telling me, yeah, I go, we got brakes. He goes, I don't know, I ain't touched them yet. And I was hunched down. He tells the story. I don't remember it. That he used to tell the story. I was down in the floorboards down there hiding because I thought for sure we were. My dad drove like I did, flat on the floor and go, and he was going down Donner, and I was hiding down in the floor. But I got him back years ago. After that, I was had a single axle Freightliner or no International that I was doing this towaway stuff. I had three trailers stacked up. I was going around the scales there by the house, and there's some curvy roads. And he goes, "You better slow down here." And he started hollering. Payback, huh?
Exactly. Exactly.
Donner, though, Paul, if you read the signs, they actually, that mountain there,
Yep.
they let a truck driver set it up how to drive Donner. When it tells to gear up or slow down, there was a
Do
truck
it.
drivers were involved in it because they knew what to do where you weren't holding yourself up or whatever, let it coast or whatever. And that years ago when they made it more of a, I was on it when it was a 2 lane, and when they made it more of an interstate, they let a truck driver. So I don't know who the truck drivers were, set that hill up. Yeah,
Yep.
I've been down Cabbage a lot, and it's not set up right.
Where's cabbage?
Going up by where Jess and Lisa was, going up into Oregon, out of
Okay.
Idaho, going like you're
Yeah.
going into Portland.
Yeah.
At the bottom of it, a great big casino. I got snowed in for 3 days there. I still get birthday. Now, I ain't been out there in years. I still get birthday cards from that casino. I won quite a bit of money sitting in there, but they still send me birthday cards.
That's funny.
That's a long hill, and it's kind of straight down. But you think you're down it on Cabbage, you can see the bottom, but you're still like 4 or 5 miles away from the bottom.
Wow.
But it's really steep at the top. It's a lot steeper than what Cabbage or Donner is.
Okay.
It's a shorter hill. I mean, it might be what 15 miles, 20 miles, but it circles back and around the hill. It don't just go straight down. But then when you think you're out of it,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's like you can see way out in the country, and if you're let go of it, then you can't control it because it'll get away from you.
Hmm. Yeah, you don't want it to get away from you because, you always leave that brown stain on the seat.
Stay over there, Snyder. You got another Snyder trucker watching.
Exactly. Well, yeah, they're both owner operators, so they should be ungoverned.
Yeah,
Or no, Snyder makes even their owner operators govern at 65 now, don't they?
I think so.
I've never figured that out. Why anybody would drive for a company that would make them govern? You know, it's not like it goes back on the company.
It's
It's an
like you
owner
don't trust your
operator.
driver.
Yeah, well, then why would you bring him on? You know, and it's
Yep.
his truck, it's his CVOR. It doesn't affect your CVOR, so then why are you bothering the driver?
Up there on Cabbage, before you get to Cabbage out there by where the scales are, Paul, I've seen moose out there.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's kind of different too. Like when you're going to Cabbage, before you get there, it's mountain range, big pine trees, really, really pretty. But as soon as you get to Cabbage, it's like the desert then.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to run out there every week there for a while. I'd take tomatoes out to Portland and then pick up seafood. I'd have multi-drop pickups, and we meet at a warehouse and pick up seafood and come back.
Hank,
That was my run every week.
quiet voice. Quiet voice. Good boy.
I actually have a fishing license for Oregon because my run going out, I had extra time, and as you go past Cabbage there, it runs along the river,
Okay.
and they got little parking areas big enough you can get a truck and trailer in. And I got a fishing license for Oregon, and I took a camp stove, and I would set up in camp for a day, go fishing.
Wow. That's crazy. And then you have were you watching the day Jesse and Lisa went into the park and they gave them a national park for free because he's a veteran?
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. He pulls up and they were like, "Oh, it's $30 to go into this state park." And the guy rolled up and he said, I don't know, he asked if he was or military. And he's like, "Well, I'm a veteran." And he's like, "Can you prove it?" And Jesse's like, "Well, yeah, I have something here," and showed him. And he's like, "Well, here's your card. It's good for every park in all of the U.S."
Oh,
And he got it free of charge, and it's good for the rest of Jesse's life. And he just has to show this at the gate, and away he goes.
well, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. So if you do attend state parks and you're a veteran, make sure that you mention it at the gate. You don't have to pay, and then you get a card um, that you could go in any park across the nation. So, and I think even, yeah, I think Jesse asked him if it was state and provincial or state or federal, and he said everything.
Yeah, it's called the Dalles out there where I used to go fishing. It's really pretty along the river. People out there
Okay.
with I call them surfboards, but they got sails on them, sailing out there on the river.
Oh, they're, oh my God.
Was it parasailing or
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Something like that. Yeah, I think so. No, parasailing's behind a boat, I think.
Oh, yeah, there's on them.
Um,
Look like a
yeah, no, I know
surfboard, but they
exactly.
got the deal with it. Yeah, there'd be hundreds of them out there, different little coves.
I know we had one out at the cottage. I just forget the name of it now. It's because I'm thinking of it. I'll stop thinking of it and then I'll get it. God, there's a lot of truck traffic there today.
Yeah, there is.
The guy told Jesse, you can actually go back to the live. The guy told Jesse that any state park you show it, it's free of charge. I think if I'm not mistaken, he even mentioned to Jesse that it's something new. And Jesse got like a credit card looking thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think that it's another little thing that's awesome that they do for veterans.
Yeah, they ought to do more things like that for
Yeah.
veterans. We ought to get like our hunting and fishing license free.
Uh, I think, well, Texas, you can. Because Mike, where were they going? Pinecone last year. Mike went to get his fishing license, and the guy said, "Here." And there was one thing Mike had to pay for, but the fishing license and everything else for him and I believe Terry were free.
Oh,
As long as you had your veterans proof that you're a veteran, Texas
I
allows
ought
you to
to
fish and hunt
make a
for
copy
free.
of my DD 214 and carry it with me.
Oh, damn right. You might as well, if you have the opportunity. Yeah, Glenda, talk to next time you're talking to Jesse, ask him. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they said. Oh my God. Hank is on the couch and he's got one paw back above his head and he's got both legs stretched out as far as he can. He's taking up the whole freaking couch.
He's relaxing, huh?
Oh yeah, he's having his best days. Hey Goober? Yeah. He's on my blanket that Rebecca made me and he's just cuddled in. He's snug as a bug in there.
He says, "Hey, Dad, bring me a treat. I don't want to have to get up."
Yeah, yeah. Um, no, Glenda, it wasn't Indiana. Ohio, possibly, is where Jesse and them were. Yeah, I think it was Ohio that Jesse and them were. Oh, okay, but anyways, I gotta go help Debbie with something, but I
Okay,
gotta pop off, and yeah, I will talk at you after.
later.
All right, toodles.